second, immediately we're seeing a couple of bans. Diggy, Estes, Valentina, Blacklist take Kadita as well as Kaja away.
All right, so they don't opt for first pick this time around. Still, they claim the second pick, and this is interesting. I want to know if things are going to change, like you mentioned, but looking at the Kaja banned out.
Still gonna give out the Franco. I think you banned 1-1 here.
I mean, I kind of just want to ban the Franco, man. Because again, if luck is the factor here, then you know what? Don't take any chances. Yeah, they hurt. Leo said they will adjust.
Yep, they are definitely adjusting. I was going to agree with LaFell that maybe they should get rid of the Franco at this point because it felt like half the time it was the X factor that made the difference.
The reason why they banned out the Franco is that it says because the Valentina has been banned out by ONIC, right? They know that eventually the Joy will be the priority for ONIC, but that means that Joy as well as 1-1 is going to be the priority for ONIC. If ONIC picks up the 1-1, this is Blacklist being comfortable with the Joy, so that will be the answer. They want to give the Joy second pick, that's why they banned out the Franco this time.
But you did mention that the last time they needed that extra bit of damage to get through that Joy. The Valentina is already gone, so they're probably looking for a substitute later on. 1-1 gets locked in. Eterna, thoughts?
It's risky. I always think that a 1-1 first pick is risky, but and I say this because there are a lot of counters towards it, right? Phoveus, Diggy, okay, Diggy's banned out. Even the Purify, a battle spell, can be the counter towards the 1-1, but we've seen these teams make it work, and in the hands of CW, like Mirko has mentioned before, it is a force to be reckoned with. So the question now is, what are Blacklist going to go for? Are they going to go for the Joy Novaria route here? Okay,
Fredrin's always been their prio pick early on, and it's gotten them so ahead in the early game. And even in game number 2, we saw the Fredrin really dictate the matchup because of the jungle clear of the CC. Now add the Joy into it, and it's a very, very threatening combo.
It was a very quick shot, but I got to see Edward's face. He was cracking his knuckles after getting the Joy. You know, Edward. You know the draft starting in. How does this feel for Blacklist?
They are going to be activating him. I was definitely going to say the Paramis as well as the Joy for the side of Blacklist. Paramis should have been a Blacklist, first pick perhaps, but that means that it opens up a lot for ONIC. The idea here is you take away the Paramis so that it will not be used against your 1-1. ONIC really designed this so well, and I think that Blacklist International would now be focusing on maybe getting the marksman now to match up against the 1-1.
Wait, sorry, I have a follow-up question towards this, Brendan, right? Is this only played by Wise?
So far, yeah.
So no flex?
No.
Not going to be a flex.
I don't think they want to be able to put like a sandbag on Edward as of right now. We need a playmaker, right? It has to be effective. It needs to be able to start really threatening CW because for the past 2 games, he's gotten way too much without getting punished.
Right now, honestly, I have questions as well because the Fredrin has been picked up. It's good to pick up the Akai to fight against the Fredrin so that you have, in my personal opinion, in terms of the Retribution battles, the Akai would win. And the thing is, the Diggy has been banned out. So for the first 3 picks here, ONIC, I don't know, man. I kind of feel like they're having the better draft.
And also against the Joy. Remember, the Sakai is going to be very good up against the Joy with the heavy spin. The Joy, if Edward decides to just jump in a bit too aggressive, he can actually just be brought back to the team so easily, given over to Fairness, to 1-1 to burst. And now you can really see what Blacklist is doing. Even ONIC, they're still going for the Leslie ban here. They know, and I especially know this because I got destroyed in lane by baby cakes on a Leslie on 1-1 once.
Wow.
Yeah, I met them. And Diablo, this guy, he picked Phoveus, so he's a nerd, but you know, he's cool. He's cool.
Are we even considering the possibilities of other potential counter picks against this 1-1, or is that not even what we're looking at? It's straight away bigger picture. We're forgetting about the laning as Blacklist.
Yeah, you can't forget about the 1-1. You need to deal with it. I think you want to go for damage. I think Farsa is a good hero. It might be banned out by ONIC actually, so you go Farsa Novaria or Eve Novaria. The thing with Farsa is that it chunks down the shields from the Faramis and also makes it threatening for the 1-1 to position badly. And then you go for something like a damage dealing marksman as well. Like unfortunately, Leslie has been banned, but maybe something where along the lines of a Beatrix or a Brody.
Wow, wait. I'm sorry, Fanny. So they think the Akai can be flexed?
That's what I wanted to say.
Wow.
That's what I wanted to say. That's why I asked, can Fredwin be flexed? because the first 3 picks, if it can't be flexed, then it's very clear where all these heroes are going. Whereas for the side of ONIC, it's a little bit more gray area. Sure, the Wanwan is definitely going to the gold lane, but this Faramis and this Akai is a little bit 50-50. Faramis definitely not the style of Keyboy, but it still can be flexed into perhaps maybe the EXP lane, right? So we're not really sure which direction it's going. It seems like Blacklist are picking up on that. And ONIC now, they are going to go for the Melissa takeaway.
Maybe forcing the Claude perhaps, which loses against the 1-1. The best hero, the King against Matrix, and they will take it. But this means that ONIC can just go something like even Natalia, as well as somewhere along the lines of a Masha in this particular game.
You know, that's a really good matchup, actually, that if they want to go for it up against the Beatrix and even the Navaria, then Natalia is going to give them a lot of problems. But I can't help but feel, you know, this Akai can be flexed into the robe, and it's going to be Kyrie on his signature high. 2 very easy backline targets to go for here.
Yep.
It's going to be the Yuzong locked in as well, so it is just between the roamer and the jungler. If they want to go for something different, it should be the Cho. Beatrix, you cannot bring Purify on this Beatrix, so with the Cho, you do have a lot to say. Up against the Joy as well, it is going to be a very good pick because you can lock them down. There you go.
You called it well done, and Miracle through and through. Their backline access, their team fights are great. They're able to kind of disengage from difficult spots. It's a play on the previous composition that we saw in game number 2 from ONIC so far.
And it also gives them an answer to all these strategies perhaps from Blacklist right now, right? The Beatrix, the Novaria, the Joy, like you mentioned, but this last surprise pick is going to be very important.
It's just Farsa or Eve, I think, for Blacklist. They need that. But what I really like about this Yuzhong is that even when it's Eve or Farsa, it looks bad on Blacklist International. But at the same time, they're left with no choice. They need some sort of nuke damage.
Yep. And if I had to choose between Farsa and Eve, I would also go for Eve as well. Anti-CZ just to be able to protect you for a couple more seconds. Maybe try to make that impact before you go down. I think this is a hard game, but yes, they have downloaded habits, and I'm hoping that we see them exploit it. I'm thinking maybe it's going down towards that gold lane. It is a 1-1, and it is punishable after level 4, so let's see whether that's going to be the case.
Okay, now, honestly, looking at all the players, the coaches are moving away, and I gotta say, I got mixed feelings here looking at the faces. Some are looking worried, some are looking hopeful. Now, here's the thing, Eden has said it himself. For game number 3, it's gonna be very, very important for both teams. Blacklist, if they want hope, they gotta make sure they win this one. But on the side of ONIC, man, if they win this 3rd game, it's almost game over. I kind of feel like they're putting their foot on the throats of Blacklist. With that being said, we're going into game number 3 of the Grand Finals in MSC. ONIC against Blacklist International.
It's funny to see because I actually got to, you know, watch and analyze MPLPH Grand Final Season 11, and I was doing that with Midnight. So shout out to Midnight. He told me that the M440 really hurt Blacklist, and after another 4-0, and now possibly another, you can't help but think that it is on the back of Blacklist's minds.
And right now, looking at the rotations, Wolf, anything that we gotta pay attention to, or it's all normal.
It's gonna be, well, I guess the only difference is that there will be no invasion from both teams, because this is Fredin and Akai, right? They are pretty much self-sufficient. It is weird though, because we know that as a show, you want to invade in the early stages.
And right now, Sans is doing quite well. Everyone here is basically just poking each other out. But I gotta say, man, Keyboy is looking very active. He's trying to get his rhythm. He's looking and he's trying to mirror wherever Wise is going. He's like, yeah, Wise, you know what? You're a Fredrin, cool and all. You can walk anywhere you want. I'm just gonna make sure that I always have vision on you.
I expect that Blacklist will put focus on the boots. I think this is the right idea. Maybe force a Petrify, what they're doing.
Oh, I don't think it's going to be good here. That's going to be a dive from Edward. Boots didn't pop into Petrify, but Edward is already very low. No, so we got the wave. Meanwhile, topside. Owl's going to be brought back to the team right now. Owl flickering out, but Keyboy jumps in again. One more weakness point is all he needs. No Inspire. This could be a mistake from the side of ONIC right now as they gun him down. Keyboy's walking up. He has the flicker, but Keyboy's trying to zone him away, and Sans walks in as well. Venus gets shot. What is Fly over to ONIC.
Dude, okay, a lot happened there. Sans almost looked like he was forcing it, but oh my Venus, what was that positioning?
Well, it was because he wanted to take out CW, and I think he can. But Sans was heroic, flickered in front of Oh My Venus.
Kai, I don't think this is going to be a good strat for you. Owl guns him down. He tried to go for an invade, but it's a very well-placed position for Owl to counter that. Blacklist winning.
Yep. Looking at the situation as well, Blacklist was able to secure the turtle. Wise here, seeing Keyboy, CW, looks like he is going to get slowed down, so Blacklist, I don't know.
Oh, Venus! That's how he redeems himself. That's how you do it.
All of the effort that ONIC did up top lane, they went in 3 against Owl. They weren't able to kill Owl. Surely they punished Oh My Venus, but the fact remains, Owl was there to contribute for the kill on to Kyrie. Then Oh My Venus shuts down CW. The focus of Blacklist onto the top lane, well rewarded.
Okay, you know what, Keyboy, good job on you. That is worth a TikTok clip. Now, I gotta ask, Marco, CW on his 1-1, he's getting pressured. Does he really care?
Not really. You know, in every 1-1 lane right now, wait a minute, Sans force used to call Alter in the mid lane. That RWM doing a lot of damage. Also, Venus, the mobility field almost taking him down. Yue has the flicker. There you go, Yue! With a flicker forward to find that kill. Meanwhile, Kai gonna bring it back. No real world manipulation. Just a few more basic attacks, and it is gonna be a solo kill. Kai recovers for his team.
I think that carry really, like, he got scared for somebody.
Keyboy and Keyboy. This is what you get. Now it's going to be CW flying across the skies. Just like ONIC. A good side step from both these members. Venus spotted Keyboy out. Wise is going to be trying to sandwich them down. Knows that it is all up to CW. Keyboy just playing around it. CW's trying to body block, and he will do it. Venus does not know the positioning of Keyboy.
Okay, you know what? Right now, in the first 4 minutes here, we're seeing way more action than almost the entirety of the second game just now, because a lot of fights are going everywhere. I gotta ask, Wolf, you're the Blacklist connoisseur. Is this where they're trying to switch it up, trying to increase the tempo?
Yes, surely. They have to understand that the way that the way ONIC is playing is fast tempo as well. They have to match it.
Oh, Kyrie's going for it either way with a heavy spin. Now bringing it back. Wise zone away from the turtle. He wants to get it now, and it should be free. Kai gets it with a dragon. Blocking Wise down. Boots! In the back with the Black Dragon for himself. Wise now 3v1, and the king of the jungle will fall, but he goes for a lot more damage first. The Colt are forced. The king of the jungle doesn't go without a fight. He paid some time for Owl to take some good gold down below.
ONIC snatching that turtle away from Blacklist International was so massive. You already put out the ultimate. Well placed, well timed. Blacklist International had the control of the turtle, but it was Kyrie who secured the turtle. And then afterwards, Wise felt so anxious for a kill, and that's why he was punished. All of a sudden, in a flip of a switch, ONIC with a 1.5k gold lead.
I almost want to say that's not Wise's fault, man, because
No, it's not.
looking at how he plays, and again, Keyboy, because, okay, look at what happened. Kyrie pushed the Frederick away. You're not getting anywhere near the turtle. Keyboy's like, I'm going to kick you away and then see what else you got.
And to talk about the matchup again, we didn't really get to talk about it. CW on the 1-1. Well, 1-1 in general. Against any bullies or anyone who can actually escape from you, you just need to farm. Farm up, wait for the corrosion site. Once you get the DHS, now that's when you actually look to fight. And right now, he's on course to get a very early DHS.
Okay, Demon on the Short is the power spike we're looking at here for CW. Kyrie now, as well as Keyboy. There's 2 ways for ONIC to start the fight. Blacklist, they gotta be careful because Wise, even though you're the king of the jungle, there's not much that you can do 1v3, 1v4, sometimes even maybe 1v5.
Yeah, definitely. For ONIC, they have good team fight. For sure, good engage, I mean. But the Akai as well as the Yuzhong, we haven't even seen like Boots participate in a massive team fight just yet. And now it means big game is over with word!
As the Vengeance popped in early though, now the crossbow attack, CW in the back, now with his fire! Wise Edward, One CW, he finds the double under the turret! Now Boots dives into the back, the Vengeance fire as well! Son forced in, Boots able to escape from the turret right now. No way, Kyrie saves him from that. Boots 1 HP, Yu is on the way! How did ONIC just pull that off?
Dude, you know what? If we deserve an instant replay, that deserves an instant replay. I gotta say, hats off to Keyboy. He waited for it. He went in and he got his target.
The flicker animation transfer as well. It all started with that snag onto Edward. Keyboy with that flicker and he wins. He goes in for the kick. Then CW making sure that he was able to pop the ultimate. Fortunately though for Blacklist, Weiss was there to knock out CW and they do have the damage, but Boots to pick up the snack and Keyboy once again sacrificing his body so that Boots will complete the kill and then Carry defended. ONIC is just on a different chemistry level.
Dude,
Point.
I gotta say, this is why his PD looks like that, but I kind of don't care. Sacrifice yourself for the betterment of your team. Blacklist now, what are you gonna do?
That was beautiful mechanics, by the way. Right as you say that, Edward using the second skill, Unstoppable, to get out of the way of the dragon.
Exactly.
See more from Edward to make those kind of plays for Blacklist to come back.
Edward taking full utility of a Joy. That's good to see for sure.
Wise, good off position. Kyrie finds it. Oh, Wise pinned down. Real world inflation on the back, but it's the Black Dragon form as well. CW now with the crossbow attack. Petri again. Yue forced to flicker out. Edward jumping back inside now. CW is going to be caught with the way. Dragon from Keyboy. Saves CW. And even gets a kill back. Keyboy gets it. Meanwhile, Owl up top trying to split up the map.
Okay, you know what? Mirko, I don't let you use this. If it's not Keyboy, it's Key what? Man, that was key, man. I'm gonna give you that one. Keyboy in this game, whoa, is amazing.
Keyman is, 2 out of 10, but he was definitely key for the side of ONIC to win that team
1 out
fight.
of 10.
When Carry went in for the ultimate, he was able to isolate Weiss. It was already looking good for Blacklist because Yue was able to pop the ultimate. Boots, however, was the difference maker. Going on to Yue, making sure that the friend was there, and then they get a kill. Then the way of the dragon, for some reason, was still saved to save Chewit.
Okay, Edward again with the second skill, but it's just going to go onto the turret. Edward trying to defend, but it is an easy siege for ONIC down below, pushing the goal lead even further.
Wait, let's just count it. San sure use his flicker, but the thing is, you force a lot of ults from Blacklist. Why sure now has his retribution, but we can see, man, what is the reaction speed of Sans? That was insane. And now, looking at the observer, he's trying to figure out. The lore has been started by Kyrie. Blacklist, you gotta contest. The question is, how? Because Kyrie on his Akai has been on point so far.
Very difficult now for Blacklist International. They still have good engage. They still have the Fairwind and as well as the Eve. For them to, again, win the team fights, you have to rely on winning the territorial battle. Fortunately for Weiss, level 11, but Carry will be level 12 soon. It'd be better for Weiss to wait for his levels to go up before they fight.
Okay, right now, Kyrie being a little bit low. Why?
Backline,
Look at
Keyboy.
With a play, away of the dragon, a mystical one. Now zoning Wise away. Edward jumping to the back, when the call Alter saves him now with Boots. Finds the best to fly, and the flicker now wasted by Yue. Wise in the mid still, just buying time. Boots gonna fall, the Uzi praises wrath and a real world inflation. Edward jumps back in, CW still alive. It's 1-for-1 gold for XP.
Okay, we gotta say that was an amazing play coming in from Keyboy, but it looks like Blacklist, they're not losing too much. They're going for Keyboy. They're looking very angry. Keyboy kicks Edward away.
They just survive. The fact that the ultimate coming up from Yue is on point once again for Blacklist. That's how they defended. And big props to Weiss, still regaining composure. They would have lost that fight without Owl, but everybody from Blacklist just fought against ONIC.
And Kai now is going to get the brunt of the damage. Kyrie 1 HP, still trying in. He wanted to go for a desperate play. It did not pay off. And Blacklist, calm, stone cold, and calculated. Takes the Lord for free.
This time it looks like Blacklist. You know what, dude? We're not gonna play your game. You're gonna play our game.
Exactly.
Choose whatever you want. We're gonna fight back.
Exactly. And what is Blacklist game is the Lord Dance. They were the ones who invented that kind of gameplay where you poke an Edward. After knowing that there will be no called Alter, there will be no Way of the Dragon, he saw the opportunity. Nobody is gonna lock him down. You went in for Kyrie. Didn't matter that Kyrie is a tank. carry only a Radiant Armor as well as anti-grass, but not his teammates, and he was pummeled. Great pokes from Blacklist.
Okay, Keyboy might be getting caught.
They're hunting Keyboy down. Now with the dash, Shampoo, real world manipulation also committed. Keyboy still able to survive.
Edward!
Dodging away.
No way, Keyboy.
Popped in by Edward.
No way,
Keyboy
Keyboy.
buys the time. Now they get to clear the Lord for free.
Shouldn't post to dodge, then kick to get out. Keyboy is a different beast.
Dude,
He's not Keyboy. He's not Key Man. He's Key God at this point.
CW.
out of 10.
Here's the thing. Look at Edward.
CW trying to run away. No vengeance. He baited it in earlier. That might just be a mistake now. Venus already forced to flicker out. Now it's giving the Render's apathy. Doesn't connect onto anyone.
Okay, calm down. I just gotta say, Keyboy, I've seen this dude on live stream playing the show while eating. He was piloting the hero with his feet.
By the way,
What? Really? Are you
Yeah,
serious?
it's on TikTok.
it's on TikTok. Blacklist, every time they try to team fight, they go for the poke. And after they got the Lord, naturally the minions will be pushing, right? And this is a play that Blacklist always does. Create chaos, let the minions naturally push, and even when they lose one hero to another, you'll be surprised. A lane is already pushed.
Okay. Kai now gonna be caught, knocked up. That's a retry as well. Wise using a lot right now, but the crossbow tank is gonna be ready for CW now. Maybe a bit of an over-aggressive move from the side of Blacklist International. That's the way the dragon. Oh, Keyboy finds Owl. Wise completely isolated on the heavy
What?
spin in the Black Dragon form. Keyboy is a mad lad for this one. Edward jumps back in with vengeance, able to find one on the board. It's Kyrie who falls, but Boost jumps into the back line. Now with Furious Tide to disengage. Slows down. Astral Sphere from Venus to take him down. Another equal trade, 2 for 2.
Well done. Blacklist International. Wise tanked all that damage. And of course, holding on to the blade armor, there's a lot of physical defense already for Wise. Chewe was able to pump the ultimate, but that is only onto Wise. Wasn't able to transfer it. And after Owl was pinned down, Edward cut the stack. Still, you have to come in Keyboy, finding Owl. Or maybe it's the other way. Maybe Owl needs more better positioning in these fights because so far he hasn't contributed 2 and 4. That's not good for a marksman.
I gotta say, man, Keyboy playing this show, I think is giving Blacklist some nightmares. Remembering them of
100%.
Yowie. So this is like Kiwi.
Kiwi?
Wait, no,
That's a 1 out of 10.
That's another 1 out of 10. You guys have just been smashing out ones here, but ONIC, they're the ones to push the pace this time in the 14th minute. They're trying their best to go for the Lord, but can they survive the poke, the range?
Okay, right now we're looking at Sands. Looks like he is going to be one on duty to make sure that Edward does not push her. It looks like Blacklist, they want to have a taste of the split push themselves. All right, he's still here, has vision of Wise. Not sure where Oh My Venus is. Right now, they probably see him. But look at ONIC. They're not trying to push things forward. They're just like, okay, let's maintain the wave, and then we'll see what Blacklist does. Because I think they're all just waiting for the key man to get the key kick. 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10. Better.
Yeah, they can do better. And look at this. Edward found out about this.
Oh, he's going to be brought back right now with a vengeance as well. It doesn't matter. The crossbow tank is ready, and CW has it now. Oh, CW! Welcome back, trading out over the nature. The altar comes down. Heavy spin disengaged. They're very low HP, so Blacklist can turn this around, but Wise going to be pinned down, and that might just be it. Sans picks up the kill. They find another, and it's the mechanical prowess of ONIC that's shining in Game 3.
Dude, my face is in my hands right now. What happened just now? CW? It looked like he was gonna die to the vengeance, but I kind of feel like Keyboy was saying, it's like, dude, don't worry.
Yeah, this
You
is
won't die.
This is definitely familiarity, you know? Because Edward.
Keyboy, get him out of here!
way.
Keyboy! How does this man keep doing it?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, no. Stop. Gotta put a leash on.
Dude, have some mercy. Relax, you're 2, 1, and 11. You're the roamer. Your goal later has died more than you.
You're right.
Massive kicks from Keyboy. The kick boy for side of ONIC.
3 out of 10.
Unbelievable. But again, game of familiarity. Edward knows that there is going to be a play here, but Chewe was able to
my
hold his ground,
goodness gracious.
never even needing Sans' help up until
that
this
timing.
point. And then Kyrie was able to stun lock Wise. Why do I say that it's a game of familiarity? Edward knows that there will definitely be someone in that bush. But then again, ONIC laid that trap. They know that somebody from Blacklist will check that, and they have 3 members in there, which typically only has 1 or 2. 3 members, including the Gold Dater. The damage here means that kill is going to be confirmed.
Right now, the Lord is marching on mid. E-Boy is smelling. He's looking at the positioning. Sans is quite low. Wise goes in.
There you go. Sans is down. It has Lord was able to march down, getting a bit of turret damage there. But Sans actually saved his ultimate because he has his passive. He knows it's not too worth it to utilize that ult there.
Winter Trencher now picked up by Edward. This needs to be all over the place for Blacklist. Everybody has to have a Wind of Nature already up with you, Yue. And now next, surely, oh my Venus. Oh, they need that. Whoa!
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. Now Edward
Okay.
pushing the pace.
Edward.
That's heavy spin.
Edward.
The call! It was saved! It was saved more than! XP down. Still though, it's gonna be a trade. T-Boy's taken out as well. Now Kyrie's next on the chopping block. This arrow pushes the pace. Blacklist had found it. It found the key to unlock this door.
Yo, this game, you know what? We go highlights over highlights over highlights. The entire MSC highlight.
Oh my
Just
God.
get it here, man.
He saved it. He saved it for this.
Exactly. Gila Sans saving private Chewe this time. But what's really surprising is that Blacklist still managed to get 2 kills. And you have to really piggyback off of what Edward is doing. They have found Kyrie and Keyboy. Nonetheless, Owl and Oh My Venus, although if you look at Owl, that's
thank
4
God
hits,
for replay.
still takes a lot of damage. Let's look at the replay of exactly what happened. Sans' timing was so good. Dude,
He had nothing left.
nothing left.
Oh my God.
Edward, look at that. Beautiful.
What?
Beautifully done. But Keyboy was under the turret, unfortunately. Was a massive mistake on him. And then, of course, Wise, with that jump, is able to knock out Kyrie.
No. Keyboy didn't make a mistake. He heard that we said he died less than the marksman.
Okay,
Oh wait,
okay.
let me figure
equalize. No, it's equalized. He knows.
But he's still down to that, so.
Yeah, I know, but Coach Chia will be having a word, so it's like, you know what?
Okay, yeah.
Kill. Yeah.
Yeah. My God, what a game.
Take a
What
breather,
a game.
man. Oh no, he's looking for it again. No way, right? Oh, flicker. Oh, okay. Venus flickers out of that one. All right. That's a big spell, though.
Yeah, now we gotta calm down because I kind of feel like big moments are gonna come soon. Wise and Kyrie looking at the timing. Sans taking quite a lot of damage. Looking at Blacklist, they dealt a lot of damage onto CW.
Oh my-
They're doing a lot of damage onto Sans. ONIC, if they throw, if at any point they make a mistake, it could be Blacklist trying to get the kill, because I gotta say, Owl in this game so far has been the focus.
Yep.
Owl, who cannot do anything, keeps on getting caught. Speaking of which, Kyrie tries to pin down
early.
Wise, but as the Wise man once said, I can't get caught.
Yes, he certainly can. Kyrie now is the one who's getting called with the top, bringing it back under the wheel of manipulation. No heavy spin to play with this. Full altar placed down. Did he want to go for the trade still? Now Wise gonna be able to find the top right now, but the way the dragon locks him down. Who gets it? It's Yue. No, it's not. It's Edward who finds it. Down the back line of vengeance as well. W with the nature. Now Boo's also gonna fall.
my God.
How?
Dude.
Out of nowhere, winning it around, turning it out is Yue.
I called it, man. The damage from Blacklist is strong. ONIC, they just need to throw one time, and that might be the only time they've been giving it.
You got to take those Sans. This is Ghost Bursters. And this is mid lane Paramis. Backs up a punch. You have to be careful, but a 2-way connection on the ultimate.
Let's see, CW extract the few. Now gonna be sniped down by the spear. Yue has Art of Jam. Pops it right now as Edward does in the back line, and CW's down. Blacklist haven't done it yet. Minion waves coming crashing down. No way to defend. This is not going to a clean sweep. This is going for more.
I'm gonna call it. You said it. Third game, incredibly important for both teams. Look at the face of Blacklist now. I'm pretty sure they're relieved, but at the same time, they're like, guys, it's not over. It's just one win. But what an important one win.
Yue was critical and was instrumental to the win of that team fight. That Lord
but you